I like that.
That is good.
All right. So which singing tips do beginners mostly ignore?
All right.
I'll just let you have fun with this one.
I love this one.
Yeah, I can see the gears turning.
Yeah, the sparkle in my eye. The biggest one is actually one we just touched on, which is pushing. A lot of beginner singers push to reach their high notes and push to be louder. And the thing is that kind of works sometimes. You know, you might hit the note.
Works until it doesn't.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You might hit the note. It's probably not going to sound that good. But you're going to
As good as
think,
it could.
yeah, but you're going to think, oh, I hit it this way. So if I just keep doing it this way, it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. You're hitting a wall. You're going to hit a wall. At some point, it's just not going to work. You're going to hurt yourself. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to sound good. It might get you a note or two higher, and that's about it. So make sure that in order to reach those higher notes and in order to go louder, which is usually a goal of most beginner singers, sing higher notes and get louder, don't force from here. If you feel anything here is bad. One of Ken's favorite quotes, right? Tension, bad.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's usually what he says at some point during this, so I just beat you to it.
I have no idea. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, if you your vocal cords don't have nerves that you can actually feel. So if you feel anything here, it's all the other muscles in your throat pushing in on your vocal cords and making it harder for you to sing. So no pushing is the biggest thing that I have to say for beginner singers. I will add to that in saying that you do not need the biggest breath in the world in order to sing. I actually had a really great experience. I was going to post this video and I didn't. Yesterday with a girl whose mom had coached her on what to do for my first lesson, for her first lesson with me. And it was just really interesting to see what people think a vocal coach wants. She had been coached to take a giant breath and sing, and so she had a lot of tension as she was singing because she was just overfilling her poor lungs. And also she'd been taught to enunciate very perfectly, which works for certain genres, but for a girl who wants to sing pop, you do not need to enunciate everything as if you are in a choir. So those are a couple things that are stuck in my head because that happened recently.
There you go.
Yep.
Cool.
You?
I think the only thing that I'll add to that is, foregoing practice. Or foregoing good practice. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of beginning singers look at practice and they do it, they get into singing because it's fun. Mm-hmm. So it's like they go and they sing their song and they kind of do that over and over and over, but they don't really pay attention to what's going on, just as we all tend to do. Within 30 seconds of singing a song, we're on autopilot and we're not thinking about it anymore. But if you're beginning and you're really focused on trying to develop your voice and things like that, you need to be focusing on how to really build it and to create some good habits. Some of what she mentioned earlier, I actually just put the Sing Smarter Not Harder series back up in the guide section here in the group. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and take a look at that. But each of those pieces, breathing and how you utilize that, how you utilize resonance, things like coordination, how the vocal cords and the airflow work together. I mean, those are very foundational things that require a fair amount of right action and doing over and over to create habit, because we all have habit that's that we do because it's habit. We have to replace that with more optimal habit in order to really take advantage of good solid vocal technique in order to establish that. So I think one of my big things would be, my big suggestions in this context would be, make sure that A, you are practicing, and B, when you're practicing, that you are guiding yourself in the right direction. Not obsessively, not so analytically that you can't, do anything, or you're so hesitant, you're like, I don't want to mess it up. But more so just to kind of continue to nudge yourself to do the things that are right, that'll help keep you moving in the right direction. And I think that is one of probably the biggest things that I see a lot of beginner students really struggle with, or beginning singers, beyond just some of the more stereotypical, taking a huge breath and, doing that, or not having any support at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or, trying to push, to make things come out. I mean, those are all kind of pretty typical things. But, if you know what to do, but you never do it.
Yeah.
How do you expect it to get better? So, it requires repetition. So make sure you're getting that in.
Nice.
Cool.